welcome everybody to another episode of Under the Maple. My name's Will. Today I have the privilege of speaking with Summer Smith, the Director of Food Service here at the Shady Maple Smorgasbord. Summer, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So today, the date of the recording that we're doing the show is exactly 6 days away from Thanksgiving. So this is going to be our Thanksgiving show. We're going to kind of talk about some festive topics, Thanksgiving food recipes, giving prep here at Shady Maple, insider tips for your own Thanksgiving dinner, and much more. I'd like to start by asking you a little bit about yourself.
Sure.
When did you start at Shady Maple Smorgasbord?
19 years ago.
19 years.
Yeah.
Wow. So you've seen like 19 Thanksgivings, 19
Yes.
holiday seasons?
Yes.
What would you say is the biggest evolution from the start to now when it comes to that? Is there large changes that have happened?
I would say the largest change is the remodel of the buffet that we did in this past year.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Did it add more square footage, or did it just kind of freshen things up?
Yeah, it freshened things up, and we actually have more space to put more food items out.
Oh, okay, great,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, it's definitely a big change. So you've been here 19 years. What did you start off doing?
I actually started off in the catering department, and then it slowed down in the wintertime. So I came over here to work, and then I got promoted to the dessert supervisor position. And I did that for 8 to 9 years, and then I got the food quality position and now director of food services.
Very nice, very cool. So a lot of expansion of responsibilities.
Yes, yes.
I'm sure you learned some great things along the way when it comes to that. So prepping for the holiday season here at Shady Maple, how have things been going?
Pretty good. We have a lot of caterings and banquets this time of year. Actually, a lot of people will order our filling, turkey, mashed potatoes per pound through the catering department. So that keeps us very busy this time of year. We actually have next week on Wednesday, we have a catering that wants 800 pounds of turkey and filling and mashed potatoes.
Oh, wow. So they give you like a poundage
Yeah.
as their standard.
Yeah.
I actually wasn't aware of that. That's
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. And a great way to, have another supply for the demand.
Yes,
So,
yes.
nice. We can jump right into sort of PA Dutch influence of the Thanksgiving items that we have and what people are eating in this area this time of year. Do you have any advice for some home cooks attempting to make a PA Dutch style Thanksgiving dinner? Any ingredients that you know are included?
Always mashed potatoes, bread, celery, onions.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are absolutely the staples of the culinary items that you find for
Right.
Thanksgiving, especially in this area. And it's readily available still this time of year for the most part. So at your own house on Thanksgiving, do you cook?
I do.
Every
year
year
they're like, we're not going to have you do much, but can you do the turkey? Which is,
Definitely the heavy lifting.
I guess I've learned over the past several years that a lot of people get overwhelmed with cooking a turkey. So that's usually what I end up.
That's what you do?
Yeah.
What's your process? Because I know you can deep fry it.
Yeah, so I bake. Actually, I use a electric roaster.
Oh, wow.
So I'm not using the oven so much. And I always have disposable pans everywhere. That's a must for me. Yeah.
Easy cleanup?
Easy cleanup.
Gotcha. That makes sense. That's the one side of Thanksgiving a lot of people overlook is the cleanup afterwards.
Yes.
At a lot of family gatherings, it's like they got to get a crew of people afterwards, a crew of kids or whoever happens to be there that they can wrangle in. So any family favorites for you that you cook, that you yourself, or that you have at your gatherings that somebody else cooks?
So obviously the turkey, the filling, PA Dutch filling, which is the bread plus potatoes, mashed potatoes in with it.
Okay.
Which is considered potato filling, but there's more bread than the potato. And sweet potato casserole.
Oh, nice.
And we make, my family, we make scalloped pineapple, which is like a pineapple bread pudding.
Wow, that actually sounds really good. I'm a
Yeah.
huge fan of pineapple. A lot of people look down on pineapple on pizza and stuff, but that actually sounds really good. Yeah, scalloped pineapple. I'll have to look into that. Maybe get your recipe for it.
Yeah.
So you mentioned the disposable the pans. That's definitely a sort of a stress-free hack that you can
Yes.
implement into your Thanksgiving meals and for your turkey specifically. Do you have any other go-to tips for sort of a stress-free holiday cooking?
So when it comes to the turkey, I always prep it the night before.
Okay.
As much as possible, I prep the stuff the night before. Whatever seasonings, I use fresh herbs, butter, garlic, salt, pepper, olive oil, and then I prep everything the night before, put all that stuff under the skin. I think it makes the turkey more moist that way. Yeah.
So you're putting it under the skin.
Yeah.
You're not cooking it yet.
No.
You're just sort of letting it
Yeah.
almost marinate.
Yeah.
Right? That's almost
Yeah.
sort of like marinating.
Yeah.
Nice. Let it soak in. That's definitely something I would have overlooked. I haven't yet tried to cook my own turkey. I'm still relying on my mom and my in-laws. When we go over, we try to do both families in one day. It's hectic, but a lot of turkey. You know, you're usually pretty tired by the end of it all. But I will keep that in mind. That's great. So that kind of covers making the turkey for sure. That's a big part of everybody's Thanksgivings around here for sure, and throughout the country. That's what people think of when they think of Thanksgiving dinner. So you talked about the potato filling is sort of like a PA Dutch style take on regular stuffing, filling, whatever you want to call it. Is there any other influences that you see from Pennsylvania Dutch tradition and cooking in sort of the items that you find? That's the items that we have on the smorgasbord.
Yeah, most of our stuff on the buffet, we do have a lot of customers that come in all the time, and it's like Thanksgiving or holiday every day with the butter noodles, different vegetables, the corn, scallop corn. We have baked sweet potato casserole, pumpkin pie, egg custard.
Yeah,
so items like that.
Yeah, they can find a lot, and that. I believe I've talked to you before about when that starts. When do those items start hitting the buffet menu?
So we have those items out all the time.
Right, they're year round. So
but we go through more of them this time of year.
That makes sense. Yeah, totally, because people are sort of looking for that style
Yeah,
of food.
yeah.
The weather changing, the leaves falling. Do you have an estimate of the pounds of stuffing? I mean, you've talked about the banquets or the catering side. The catering side, you know actually how many pounds you're
So during this time of year, I'm going to speak on the filling, we probably do about 200 pounds of filling a day.
Wow.
Times 6 days.
That's just hard to wrap my mind around.
Yeah.
What does the preparation look like for that, like from start to finish, essentially?
So it takes a good hour from start to finish to do our filling. By the time you grab everything, we get our bread from the farm market, and then we just put it together with, we actually use cold mashed potatoes for the mashed potato part, celery, parsley, chicken base, stock, eggs. Yeah.
Nice. So it's it is from scratch.
It is from scratch, yeah. And it's one of the original founders' recipes.
Right.
We still use, most of our recipes are from Marvin and Miriam.
Right. That's what gives it that sort of authentic and consistently high quality. Yeah, absolutely. Very cool. I didn't know that. Are there any rotating specials that you're excited for this year? You talked about these sort of Thanksgiving style items, holiday season items being available all year round. Is there anything that is rotating for seasonal?
Seasonal pumpkin ice cream, pumpkin pancakes. Those are the two biggest ones customers ask for. So, and this time of year, you go through more pumpkin in the months of September to the end of November, then you never see pumpkin again.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it does pop up, and it's really popular. And I can attest to the pumpkin ice cream. It is a soft serve ice cream, and it is absolutely delicious.
And a lot of people mix their pumpkin pie with the pumpkin ice cream.
Yes, there you go. I actually recently did a little video on how to make sort of a pumpkin blast. Yes, and then we did exactly that, and we threw in a little bit of it was soft. Well, actually, it wasn't soft serve. It was a milkshake. So just to kind of give it that more soft serve consistency. Yeah, it is. It's all delicious, and I highly recommend trying the pumpkin flavored items that they have here at the buffet. So moving a little bit further on, and talking a little bit more in a general sense about the smorgasbord. During breakfast, lunch, or dinner during the fall season, which menu item is your personal favorite?
So breakfast would be our baked oatmeal. Lunch and dinner, like this time of year, I love our baked yams that we do. Yeah.
Gotcha. Baked yams. I feel like I've had that. I've used that before in some of the dishes I've created so far here, and they are really good. If you could add one brand new item to next year's buffet menu, is there anything off the top of your head you would add?
Actually, we've talked about it. We just never been able to do it, which would have been like a pumpkin bread pudding to serve out for breakfast and for desserts.
Nice. How would you go about creating that, you think?
So usually when we create a new recipe, we try it, see if it works, see what the feedback we get from the customers, and then we go from there. Then we make it in big batches.
Oh, okay, I see. That's sort of how you test and proof new items and recipes. Yeah. Okay, I gotcha. Is there anything from this past year that is brand new to the menu items?
So with our new buffets, like I talked about in the beginning, each week we do something different. We do pasta bar, Asian cuisine, like a wing appetizer. Then we rotate like a taco bar and a gyro bar. And that seems to be like customers are getting used to it, and they're always calling in and asking what bar we're going to have.
I see. That makes sense.
And chicken livers, chicken hearts, and beef liver, a lot of people ask for.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we rotate those three like every other week.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is almost a Pennsylvania Dutch style thing, too.
Yeah.
Growing up, my mom and my grandfather would make or have prepared for Thanksgiving and for Christmas dinners is the chicken hearts, I believe, or turkey.
Yeah, we marinate our chicken hearts.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we grill them on the grill and serve them on the buffet.
I see. Yeah, there's a very, what's the consistency of those? Because I feel like I've had it before, but I don't technically.
It's not, like, some people think it's the consistency of, like, liver, but the hearts, I think, is something totally different. That's why we marinate them. We give them, like, a soy, garlic, ginger flavor.
Oh, okay. That sounds really good. I have to make a point of trying it.
Yeah, Mondays.
Mondays, okay.
Every other Monday.
Right. Every Monday.
Yeah.
And during the week, there's other specials that happen on specific days. I think, is chicken pot pie one of those?
Chicken pot pie is Wednesday.
Oh, yes, it's Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of great things about the chicken pot pie.
Yeah, we make our own. The bakery makes our noodles for us from scratch.
Right.
And then we get it from them, and then we make everything else and put it together.
What's the process for our chicken pot pie? Because I know there's a bunch of different techniques.
So we use chicken, potatoes, onions, carrots, and we let that cook for several hours. Then towards the end, we add the pot pie noodles, and then we let that simmer and cook for like another hour.
It sounds delicious.
Yeah.
I also have to make a point of trying it. I feel like every time I go down to the buffet, I have some things that I like to get every time. I really need to branch out. There's so much variety down there.
And we have certain people that come in Wednesdays just for the pot pie.
Oh, really? Okay. That's really interesting. And it makes sense. I mean, people have their favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're in Lancaster County amidst farmlands and fields and barns. And there's a type of traditional food style, and they call it Pennsylvania Dutch cooking. And it could be for desserts. It could be for main entrees. What else do you see influencing our menu from that world?
Our dried corn. Not too many places still make dried corn, and we have people that come from all over for this time of year to get dried corn. And a lot of people always is like, it reminds me of like when my grandma would make it, and that's what we get a lot. So, and that is the comments that like excite us and like makes our passion like a little higher, because when you have people coming in and it's reminding them of going to their grandma's house growing up, then we're doing it correctly.
Yeah, you're pretty much using food to trigger something in their brain that like it's either nostalgic or just a good feeling.
Yeah.
And there's not many restaurants out there that you kind of hear that feedback.
Yeah.
Like food can be really good, but does it transport you to a time and place that you've experienced? Yeah, that's awesome, and I actually have heard that before. So the dried corn, I've actually had it before. I can attest, also really good. What is our process for making that?
So we get the dried corn in, and we cook it for 3 to 4 hours. So we put it in the cookers we have with water and sugar, and we just let it cook till it gets to the consistency that we like.
I gotcha. Nice. And that is available year-round, correct?
It is,
Yes, I thought so.
Every now and then, something happens that we can't get the dried corn in, but we have it every day. And even like the Harvard beets. A lot of people look for the Harvard beets at holidays, but we have them every day.
What is the Harvard beet?
So it's sliced beets, and then we make a sugary, vinegary sauce with it, and then we cook it down.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Is that process called deglazing, or is that when you cook down something? Isn't there a term for that? Cook down something with sugar. Is that?
I'm sure.
I'm trying to think of my limited culinary experience or knowledge. But
we just reduce it down.
Reducing. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Yeah.
It just goes to show how much I know. Yes, reducing it to.
We thicken it. And then it makes like a thick sauce with the beets.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Which a lot of people ask for that. And even like some cold items like coleslaw, macaroni salad, potato salad, pickled eggs, chow chow. That's stuff that people look for from this area that's moved away and come back that they look forward to.
I see. Is cranberry sauce
Cranberry.
definitely one of those?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we make that ourselves
Oh,
also.
really?
Yeah.
Do you mind sharing the
No,
process
we make
for
a
that?
cranberry relish, and it has oranges and cranberry and apples in it.
Oh, wow. That
And
sounds
it's
awesome.
actually Jell-O to thicken it up and bring
Kinda
it
keep it
together.
together,
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of great feedback about
Yeah.
the cranberry
Especially
sauce.
this time of year, a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
you will see out on the buffet. They'll get their Thanksgiving meal like turkey filling, corn, mashed potatoes, gravy, and they'll put that cranberry relish right on top of the turkey.
Yes. I was slightly ridiculed online because I made a gobbler, the sandwich with the turkey. They had leftovers from Thanksgiving. I made one on the buffet and I left out the cranberries.
Oh,
So I think
they let you know.
Yeah, they certainly did, and I learned how important that is to the Thanksgiving menu, to the Thanksgiving plate.
And even growing up, I'm from Western PA, and my family is from like the PA Dutch background, and that's the type of food we had on holidays also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. I remember cranberry sauce.
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
I remember taking one tiny spoonful of it. And
Yeah.
That's enough for me.
Yeah.
It's sweet, but definitely has grown on me. So you're known internationally as the heartbeat of Shady Maple. Shady
That's
Maple
what they
Smorgasbord.
say, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that. What would you say? Could you just briefly talk about what a day in your shoes looks like?
Sure. So I try to make myself available across the whole kitchen. When I first come in, I check in with everybody, check the buffet, check the menus, check in with all the department heads, go talk to the dining room if we need to. So, yeah. And I worked directly with the founder, Marvin, when I was in desserts. So I knew what the standards were for like quality and consistency.
Gotcha. So you're keeping an eye on all that.
Yeah.
That's very nice. Well, that's good to hear a little bit more about you and to talk about the Thanksgiving recipes. I learned a lot already. And if for anybody that hasn't been to the buffet, at all, like just come any time of the year and you'll be able to experience a lot of these.
You'll have a
staples.
holiday meal every day.
Yeah, you could easily could.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's awesome. It's all high quality and prepared with a lot of care and devotion. So I think we can wrap up our chat for today.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, I appreciate you being here, and I hope all the listeners enjoyed the conversation and learned a thing or two about some ways you can prepare your own Thanksgiving meals the Shady Maple way or the Summer Smith way, so to speak. Thank you all for watching and listening, and we will catch you next time under the maple.
Thank you.